What's up, my comic community? My name's Cullen, and I collect comics. And today we're going to go over my weekly pulls for the from the Comix Strip. It's my local comic shop. It's in Cape Gurardeau, Missouri. It's on Broadway, right across from the old Esquire Theater. You should check it out if you're in town. Andrews will hook you up with some deals. Our first book we've got today is the Batman Fortress, and it's got a Dark Robertson cover. Gary Weed is writing this, and Dark Robertson did the interiors. And this is that Batman book that I remember is kind of about alien invasion and stuff. So let's see. With the fate of the Earth on the line, desperate times call for desperate measures, and the team-up of Batman and Lex Luthor is the definition of desperate. With the world hanging in the balance, can the bizarre dynamic duo locate the Fortress of Solitude before the alien invaders do? Sounds interesting on that one. Alright, we got Batman Fortress. Then we're going to move on to Batman the White Knight. Red Hood. Batman the White Knight presents the Red Hood. And, of course, Sean Murphy did this cover. And the writer for it is Sean Murphy. And Simone DiMeo is doing the art for this still. This is issue 2, if I am correct. Loki. Alright, so yes, we're in issue 2. And after being reluctantly recruited to bring justice to East Backport neighborhood of Gotham, Jason Todd is back in the hero business with an all too eager sidekick, Gan, by his side. He is on the road to becoming one of the good guys again. After all the damage Bruce Wayne did to his childhood, he is hell-bent on creating the ultimate Robin, no matter the cost. When the new dynamic duo's first challenge comes calling, will they be up to the task? Shriek is ready to turn up the stereo and blow our heroes away. So, alright. Oh yeah, that is Shriek on the cover. Just noticed that. I always thought Shriek was a cool character from, if I remember, the Shriek from Batman Beyond, maybe? I'm not sure if it's from Batman Beyond or if Batman the... Actually, I'm going to skip this real quick and move straight to... Then the next book we've got is... I don't know if you ever heard of this comic book. It's Detective Comics number 27. It is a key issue because it's the first appearance of Batman. This is the new facsimile edition that just came out. And, yeah, it's an absolute classic. Written by Bill Finger, Gardner Fox, Jerry Siegel, and others. Art by Bob Kane and Joel Shuster and Wayne Boring and others. Own a copy of the first appearance of Batman in the pages of Detective Comics with a facsimile version of Detective Comics 27, starring the Dark Knight Detective in the case of the Chemical Syndicate. This edition also includes recreations of the original vintage ads, plus a complete backup stories featuring Speed Saunders, Buck Marshall, and the Crimson Adventure, Slam Bradley, and more. So yes, this should definitely be fun. I'm definitely intrigued on reading some of the other stories, because I think most of the stuff I've got from Detective like this have been, not full reprints of everything. So that should definitely be fun. Next, we'll move on to the newest issue of Detective Comics number 1063. And Evan Cagle did the artwork on this cover. He's also the artist inside is Raphael Albuquerque and Donnie, and Ramvi and Simone Spear still writing this right now. Old friends Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent share a moment together, asking, at what point does Gotham not need a Batman anymore? As Batman investigates around Gotham, it leads him to encounter more and more demonic beings. The one thing they all have in common, They're people he fights to keep off the streets and behind bars. When Two-Face appears asking Batman for help, is he friend or foe? And whatever's going on with the Batman is already is too late to do anything about. Is he a detective or the devil? Alright. Then the next book I'm going to show is, I finally got to pick up, because I think last time when we talked about Harley Quinn, I did not get to get this. So this is the B cover of Harley Quinn's issue number 20, which I've already, you can look up the past video where I did that, but I just wanted to show you the football cover, since you've already seen the really cool hockey cover last time. But now we're going to move on to Harley Quinn 21. This is the cool A cover, and this is the cool B cover here. And yeah, we'll go ahead and go with this A cover. I believe that's how I got that set up. And obviously both of those B covers were done by Derek Chew. Derek Chew does most of the B covers for Harley anyway. And yeah, this is volume 4, and the A cover, I'm sure, is probably by John Boy, even though it's not telling me on this, but I'm betting Stephanie Phillips is still writing it. And Stephanie Phillips still writing it. Let's see if it was yeah, Simone Buffonino, right? Yes, Buffonino. All right, and like I said, I believe this one is another John Boy cover. It looks like it is. Yeah, right here on the cover it says John Boy Myers, of course. He's been doing those for a bit, and obviously we knew that was Derek Chew. So, yeah, and you know that it being Harley, it's probably going to be a first-person, you know, a synopsis, so let's get it. Nuke it from orbit is what we should have done the whole entire moon. Who needs a moon anyway? I blame Lucius Fox for sending a team of team of villains to space to fight a horrific alien monster in the first place. Obviously, that wasn't going to work out well. Has Luke ever seen a sci-fi movie? Now you're expecting me to save Earth just to find my super awesome mallet of an alien skull-bashing madness. Is that what it says? Yes. Just to save the Earth with my super awesome mallet of alien skull-bashing madness. Okay, you asked for it. Oh, Harley, always fun. I love Harley books, so always will. I can't wait till I finally have them all. Next, we're moving on to Robin, and we have Volume 3, Cover A, issue number 17. By the way, those were I think I did mention what it was on Harley too. Roger Cruz and Norman Ratman cover. The penciler for the book is also Roger Cruz, and Norman's the inker. Joshua Williamson's still writing Robin. Heartbreak. Lord Deathman reveals the truth about Flatline. Can Robin forgive her? Since leaving Gotham, Damian has grown and trained to be a hero, but now the story comes to an end as he's pulled into the shocking new storyline that will test his role as Robin and his place in the DCU. Oh, well, something to do with Flatline. I'm kind of a little worried because I really like her, but, you know, we'll see what's up with that. And then we're going to move on to Young Justice. And with this issue of Young Justice, it's, I believe, issue number 2 for Targets. And Christopher Jones did the cover. Christopher Jones is the artist. And Greg Weisman's the writer. With Queen Berdita nowhere to be found, an APB has been sent across the planet. Now in Markova, the infiltrators have been assembled to track her down. But are the infiltrators to be trusted? How deep does this evil conspiracy run, and who will be able to unravel the web of deception in time? Alright, well, with Young Justice targets moving on, that means that, hey, Loki, getting out from under me, buddy? We're moving on to Marvel. And I just realized that I hadn't stapled Amazing Spider-Man. We've got Amazing Spider-Man here. And it is issue number 8, volume 6. And I'm John Romita Jr. cover, obviously. Zeb Wells still writing this. Still inked by Scott Hamill. Or Scott Hanneman. And yeah, this is a real quick one. Spider-Man has a new costume and accessories that look vaguely familiar. Because, obviously, Spider-Man has him a glider now. You know, Green Goblin, Oscorp. Awesome, right? We'll see. We'll see. I'm still kind of leery about old Peter working with Norm. But, alright. Next, we're moving on to XMen, Avengers, and Eternals. Judgment Day, issue number 3. Mark Brooks cover. And if I'm right, it's going to be Kieran Gillen still writing this. And Judgment Day begins. Our heroes know what they have to do, but do they have it to do it? But do they have to do it? They're smart enough to get themselves into a mess, but can they be smart enough themselves to get out of it? That was vague as heck, but makes my job of reading it to y'all a little bit quicker. Next, we're moving on to SpiderGwen Gwenverse. I've been loving this. This issue 5. It's David Nakayama cover, pretty David Nakayama cover, but I mean, I love his stuff so much, and also love Gwen, so obviously I'm gonna love this. Tim Seeley's writer, Josh Nishiyama is the artist, and yeah, to face to face with finale. Gwen has one last stop, and it's the end of time to face one who started it all. Finale. But if Gwen defeats Finale, will her time be fixed? Perhaps not as she remembers it. And what is to happen with the other Gwens? Don't miss this epic final issue that will impact Gwen Stacy's entire timeline. Alright, we got Gwen. And now, one final book. We got Wolverine patch number 5. I love me some patch. Whenever I started collecting comics as a kid, well, actually before I started collecting comic books, I started collecting the Marvel Series 1 cards when they came out. They were really cool. And there was a Wolverine patch card. And you just saw this dark version of Wolverine. It's a really, really dark card. But I was interested in patch, and some of the first older stuff I bought was like, say I bought like Wolverine, like I want to say it's like 6 and 7, or whatever the 2 ones with the Hulk, and him on it, and they've got the tuxedo on the covers. Yeah, love those patch stuff though. So I'll move on to actually, the actual book about it. We've got this issue of Patch. It's got writers Larry Hama still, Andrew DeVito is the penciler, and Laws Out, Claws Out. S.H.I.E.L.D. makes a landfall at Martypur to put an end to the jungle warfare between Koi, Nemakova, and Krasnians. But will even their Mandroid battlesuits be enough to quell the conflict? Nick Fury may lay down the law, but only Patch plays by his own rules. maybe, but Patch only plays by his own rules. So yeah, this is the new issue of Patch. I, you know, actually kind of really digging that cover. But yeah, this is my weekly pulls. What I picked up this week. I need a comic sense order to go ahead and unbox. So I'll probably do that soon. Probably here in a minute. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna roll the books here in a second, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.